I'm Scott Allen Miller. This is Saturday, the 23rd of October, 2021, and I am in Geneseo, New York, in beautiful upstate. It is a rather drizzly morning, and this is my favorite weather ever. And so this is actually perfect. And if I could have any weather, temperature, or anything, this is kind of perfect. Maybe 2 or 3 degrees warmer, but it's really close. I like being able to wear a fleece. I love being able to be out in the rain and not be too cold. I love the dark sky and the lower light and the even lighting everywhere. Just everything about this weather makes me really happy. This is why places like Ireland and Scotland are so nice for me, because they have this kind of weather a lot of the year. I really dislike the snow and the super cold, and I obviously live with the heat every day, and I'm okay with that, but this is my preferred weather overall. It's really perfect for sleeping. It's nice for being able to go out and run errands. I do like being able to wear jeans most of the time. I really like being able to wear a fleece, but I don't have to wear anything. This is a very light t-shirt under the fleece. It's a good combination. And this is how much I'm dressed up, having been living in Nicaragua and being used to it being much warmer. So I feel much colder than I traditionally would in this weather. It's been great. So today is Saturday. We got up a little bit later, slept until a little bit after 8, made sure that I got the upload started on the back videos. So we have a nice solid backlog of videos being available. So my entire week in the future is there and in place. I'm working really hard on keeping the pace going on the channel, because we're getting so many people, we're getting so many views. It's a completely different experience than it was just 3 months ago when we first moved to Nicaragua. We had like 80 viewers and hardly any views, and it just wasn't getting that much interest, and it shouldn't, right? It's my diary. But now there's a completely different presence on the channel, and more people watching it with interest, because it's a bit more interesting, I suppose. But we got up and we just got all the kids ready. I got the uploads going. And then we went to brunch at 9:45, ran off to Denny's and had brunch with my aunt and uncle there. We just going to Denny's. I didn't even order food. I just got coffee. Dominica got like an eggs Benedict and home fries thing, and that was good. I got her leftovers, and that's plenty for me. I'm really working on avoiding some of the extra American food, because it is so many calories somehow, while the portions are so small, and it just makes me feel and just the combination of things, I need to not do it. And we were just struck again going to breakfast, just how many breakfast items weren't available. And it really is this common theme of the entire supply chain in America has collapsed. It's nuts. Just nothing's available, and what is available is very low quality. This is mostly food, but also just stores. So it's the shipping is failing, the trucking industry is failing, like logistics just across the board are not working well. And we had no idea. Living in Nicaragua, we have none of these problems. We're not affected by COVID really at all, except for the lack of foreign tourism. But we have so much local tourism that has picked up. We don't even really notice that per se. And the economy is doing well. All kinds of things are moving forward. The infrastructure is being developed. So we're not noticing any problems in Nicaragua because of COVID. And people all wear masks, yes, but the hospitals aren't overrun. We're not really having issues. People are getting vaccinated. That took a while, but it's happening. And in our day-to-day lives, COVID is not playing a major role. Coming to America, it is a significant role, and everything is impacted by it, but no one's wearing masks. It's weird. We can't believe how much no one's wearing a mask. In Nicaragua, there are no mandates. You can do anything you want anywhere. There's absolutely no rules because of COVID. And yet everyone's wearing a mask and social distancing and washing their hands and sanitizing and making sanitizer available and taking temperatures and trying to be extra safe. But that's it. It's all voluntary. And it's working because people are volunteering to do it. Here, it's mostly not voluntary. There's lots of rules around it, and no one wants to do it, and it's just not happening. It's weird, really weird. It's such huge cultural differences between the two locations. Once we were done with brunch, we dropped Dad and the kids off at the house, and Dominica wanted to go shopping. But first, Dad had to run to Wegmans to pick up some stuff. So he ran to Wegmans, the grocery store, and pharmacy. Went there and came back. He was probably gone 15 minutes. And then I took Dominica to Walmart, where I wanted to find a phone case Walmart is completely depleted of everything. Their shelves are bare. The place is a madhouse. There are people everywhere. There's no shopping carts available. Their lines to check out are wrapped around the building, or not wrapped around the building, that'd be crazy. Wrapped into like the grocery area. There's nothing to buy. It's nuts. It's completely crazy. I have no idea what's going on. So there's no phone cases. They don't even try to carry iPhone 13 cases, let alone, and they don't carry Apple products. They don't carry, there's like nothing. I couldn't believe it. That there was nothing I wanted. Oh, sure, that was easy. That could happen anytime, but there was nothing at all, and not for anything close to what I have. Mind blowing to me that you can't get these things in the States. If I was in Nicaragua, I could go get this on the street in Leon, no problem. And so Dominica wanted to do more shopping though for clothes, because obviously clothes are still a challenge to buy outside of the country. That's just always the case. So she wanted to be dropped off and do some more shopping. So I came back and have been working on doing the videos today. So I did yesterday's video while doing that, enjoying this absolutely gorgeous rain that we have going on. This is something we do not get in Nicaragua, really, at least not down at the beach. Down at the beach, we get torrential downpours, which I love, and it's always really warm. Never gets chilly like this, and well, we never get a drizzle. In Managua, we did get a drizzle, and I like that part of Nicaragua, and like in the mountains, they get some really nice weather that you can really enjoy. It's still quite a bit warmer than here. I don't need the fleece, but it's more like this. But this is unique, and we have not had this since we've been back in New York. It's been bright and sunny and very pretty. So I'm really liking getting a chance to walk around a bit while waiting for Dominica at Walmart. So that's what I'm doing now. And for the rest of the day, we actually don't have a lot planned. We have some time to relax. However, I have to take Dominica to the airport at somewhere around 3 o'clock in the morning. Her flight is at 6:15, we think, flying United to Dulles and then to Dallas. So I've got to drop her off in the middle of the night. We will probably not sleep before, I don't know, we'll probably sleep before we go. We're old, we're not gonna stay up all night. That'd be a bit crazy. So we got to figure out how we're gonna sleep, and she's got to get packed, and we got to get her up there, and then I got to get back. We don't even know what time the airport opens. So if I take her the time that they suggest, there's every chance she'll be stuck standing outside for a really long time. I don't know. So that's going to be kind of defining the rest of the day. But for the most part, we get to just hang out, and I'm hoping that we are able to get pizza for dinner, because the two big things I am waiting for yet for food, Pizza Paul's Pizza, not specifically Pizza Paul's, but it's the local pizza. That's the really good regional style pizza. If we were back in Dad's old place, it'd be Pepperoni's, and Aunt Cookies. Get real New York subs from Aunt Cookies. And my timing is perfect, because I'm just about to wrap up our morning update, and Dominica just texted me that she is in line and ready for me to pick her up at Walmart, and so I'm off to do that. All right, one of the foods we're missing most is chips and dip. This may seem like one of the weirdest things to be craving, but real French onion dip like they make in upstate New York is almost impossible to find even in Texas. When we get it in Texas, it is not at all the same. And outside of the United States, French onion dip just doesn't exist. And this is just one of the best things. So here's Luciana. Show us the dip, Luciana. Give the chip a dip. There we go. Yum. So we got back and did a little bit of hanging out at the house, just a little bit. I tried to upload some videos and had all kinds of networking problems. And then the girls wanted to go shopping because they had some money from some gifts. And we went out to Five Below, found quite a bit of stuff. I found a case for my phone, just a cheap one. And we went to Walmart. And then on the way back, I dropped them off. And they're just eating leftovers and stuff that they have at the house. Luciana's got a bunch of stuff that they have accumulated. But I am going out for the thing I've been looking forward to most, which is Aunt Cookies subs. So they're making my assorted cheese sub right now. It's one of my favorite foods from back home. I love New York subs, and Aunt Cookies is my favorite remaining sub shop. There used to be a place in Perry that I liked even more, but it's been 25 years since they closed. So I'm going to be heading in there to get a sub and just do a quick turnaround. You can see a little bit of downtown Geneseo here behind me, the Euro Cafe, and this is Main Street looking, say, south. There's the famous bronze bear that every few months gets hit by a truck and taken out, and they constantly have to rebuild it. And there's Main Street looking north here. It is about 5:30, so it's a little bit on the dim side. But this is kind of what Geneseo looks like. It is the cutest little town. Many of the restaurants are open again. Some had closed when things were tough, but now Mamma Mia's is back open, and everyone's hiring. The restaurants say they're very busy, so that's really good. And Dad's place is just kind of back that way, just a few minutes, right next to Dominica and my first house, which we had 18 years ago. So very funny that they're next to each other. So this is the town that we first lived in when we first got married, and for several years, and where we owned our first house. So we love this little town. And it's funny, Maggie was talking to me as I was standing here, and this Euro Cafe is where we went for pierogies in 2016 when she was up here working for the first MangoCon. All right, I got Aunt Cookies. This is my classic sub. This is like my favorite thing. This is the cheese, assorted cheese and assorted vegetables, and just absolutely totally simple, but the best quality ingredients and bread and toasted. And oh my gosh, I've been looking forward to this. Oh yeah, that tastes like New York. Very, very good. After we did dinner, which I had Aunt Cookies, as you saw, and everyone else pretty much did leftovers, because Luciana has a fridge full of fake meats and frozen pizzas and stuff. Lisa and Dominica have lots of actual leftovers. We just ate at the house and then relaxed. There's a busy night tonight because I have to take Dominica to the airport. So Dad hooked up his laptop, and we went through my Flickr feed and showed just probably 1,000 or so pictures of Las Pinitas, and went through like what you're looking at kind of stuff. Who's that person? What are we looking at? Where is this place? Those kinds of things for a while, and let them see everything. We do have some great leaves changing right now. Most of them are down. We're late for the leaves, unfortunately, but there's a little bit of it, just the tiniest bit. And we did that for a while, and then really it was time for bed. Dominica went to bed, or attempted to before I did, but was still awake by the time I went to bed. I did spend a lot of the day trying to upload. I did a really long video yesterday, which you know, and it took so many tries to get that to upload because it just kept failing. I don't know why. The YouTube app on the phone can't handle uploading it. It is over just about 10 gigs, which is big, and the internet here in New York is nothing like it is in Nicaragua, so it's really slow. Both the 5G, so the 4G in Nicaragua is 350 meg. The 5G that they call it here, which is not 5G, it's not even 4G, is only 70 meg. So the gap in technology for cell service is unbelievable. But also the Wi-Fi service, like the actual, so using the Wi-Fi service here, Dad's getting an upload, depending on which Wi-Fi we use, either half a meg upload or I think 2 meg upload, whereas at home we get 50, right, on the Wi-Fi. So, and the latency is better in Nicaragua. So it's pretty dramatic. Now, if he's wired, in theory, he gets a really good connection. But for whatever reason, the wireless up here just... The equipment that they roll out is just not what we use down there. So of course the phone can't plug in, so it has to be the Wi-Fi for that. And yeah, it's kind of dramatic how slow everything is and how difficult it is to deal with basic technology things when you're in the US. It's weird because when you're in the US all the time, you kind of think, well, this has got to be pretty good, you know. Other people must have it much worse, and the third world must be really bad. And after a while in Nicaragua, there are things that are hard to deal with from time to time. But in general, getting new equipment is the hardest thing. But the equipment you get and how things are set up and how well the service providers work, it's just worlds better. So we're a bit spoiled already. I wanted to come here and show this tree on the video because it just looks fantastic. This is the best tree in the complex. Good morning. People want to be on YouTube. There we go. So everyone's laughing at me Not a popular YouTubing site here in the apartment complex in Geneseo, so this is pretty rare that they see this going on. But I don't get the gawkers like Miami. It's more like, haha, I want to be on the video. And everybody waves because it's New York, because we're a friendly place. Anyway, so we went to bed and are hoping to get about 5 hours of sleep. I'll be getting up and taking Dominica to the airport at 4 o'clock in the morning. She's flying to Dallas, and we'll see her again on Tuesday. And that wraps up the day. That is our Saturday here. I will see everybody tomorrow on Sunday.